Here we go. All right. Thank you very much for joining me this early Saturday morning. Very exciting day. We just signed a new customer for one of my customers yesterday afternoon or evening, which was very exciting for the team. Customer number 6. Anyway, I wanted to hop on here and talk about Saturdays and the weekend in general. What we had two people on looked like initially here, but what would you all do on the weekends? What do you do on the weekends? Especially those of you who are entrepreneurs or in business, as a salesperson, as an operator. What do you do on your weekends? How do you utilize your weekends? And is a weekend something that you see as a time of rest? Do you still grind on the weekends, or are you one that likes to kind of take it easy and unplug? There's no judgment here. I had a live stream yesterday that talked about listening to your body, especially as an entrepreneur, making sure that you're healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. So I encourage rest for sure. What I find is that weekends are nice because the massive volume of emails, of priorities, of to dos slows way down, and you are instead able to sort of plug into something that's um, a little bit different, a little bit more strategic, maybe a little bit, maybe some big task that was going to take you maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, that you're able to really focus and narrow your focus down onto something in particular that's going to take a lot of time, a lot of mental energy, that you can just hop in here after a long week, but just hop in here and focus on one thing. I think that that is something that I try and do during the work week as well. Not very successfully sometimes, but it is something that I think is super important to focus and narrow your focus down onto, 1, 2, 3 things on the weekends here. Make sure you get your coffee. Hang on. So, today I have a couple key quotes, one for my business, one for my customer, that I need to get out, that it's going to take probably a couple hours at least here of my time. And I reserve my Saturday, sometimes very early Sunday mornings, um, to do those things. And I've found that it's important for me to take some time every week where I'm unplugged, where I'm resting. But I have also found that if I don't take advantage of some of this quiet, no emails, no meetings, some of the quiet in the weekend, it's just quieter. It's just the people in corporate America are usually not working today or tomorrow, and that's who I primarily sell to for my largest customer. And so, needless to say, I have just a little bit more quiet on the weekends, and that helps me, as I mentioned earlier, here to narrow down and to focus on a couple core tasks. So I would encourage you, no judgment if you're not one that likes to work on the weekends. I'm all for that too. There's plenty of weekends where I don't work either. Um, but I do feel as though if you're loving the process, you're loving the grind, you're ready to to just go 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 and try and get out as much as possible, as quick as possible, grow your business. I would encourage you to carve out some time on the weekend mornings. In particular, mornings are good for me. Maybe if you're a night owl, the weekend evenings, and focus on a couple really tough tasks that's going to take a lot of mental energy, That's going to take, dedicated a couple hours, and take those tasks and bring them into with you into the weekend, and have some carved out time to really focus on them. But it's really important, I think, for your mental energy and health and well-being, to kind of hold that with an open hand. Meaning, if it's a priority, like it has to be done on Monday, don't just leave it for the weekend. In my opinion, that does the reverse. You feel stressed and kind of panicky, especially if you've got some family plans on the weekends and you're not able to dedicate the number of hours that you were expecting to dedicate. I would encourage you to not bank on that, to complete tasks. I've done that, and it's just not a good. It's not a recipe for success. Coming into the weekend here, it's not a good play. So I would encourage you to get those sorts of things done on Friday before you close out your day. But if you've got some strategic things, or some maybe not so time sensitive things but that are important, take your weekends to do that. Thanks, guys. Hope this is helpful for you. Make sure to leave some comments on some questions that you'd like answered, on either on the playback or in the live feed here, and I will make sure I address each and every single one of them. I have a very limited number of viewers to my live stream at this point in my career here as a YouTube live creator, so can definitely get to every single one of your questions. So feel free to drop them in the chat. Thanks, guys. Also, if you are in the accounts payable space, I am launching a new website that's going to be really helpful for those of you who may be looking to take advantage of what's called AP automation. There's a couple webinars on there. It's called doclivewebinar.com, and it's going to be launched sometime this next week, and would love for you to check it out. Right now, it's just something that I threw together